Hey guys, welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
And I am Devin, your co-host.
Merry Christmas to everybody out there. We do want you to know we appreciate you guys and girls. And we hope that your next year is going to be just as amazing as this year. We just want to say thank you, Merry Christmas. And we got another Christmas review to do for you. One of my sons picked me up another tequila this year. If you remember last year, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But we got another tequila to do a review on Christmas Day. This time it was just a little too cold outside, so we thought we'd do it in the studio.
So he brought us a Centenario Anejo.
That's right.
He really likes his
Centenario.
Anejos.
Yes,
But
well, the
there's
other one
nothing
was
wrong
an
with
extra new.
There's
This one is
nothing
just
wrong with that.
Yep. Gran Centenario. Coming out of NAM 1122. They're using regular blue agave, of course. It doesn't say where, if it was from the Highlands or not. This is the 40 proof, so 40% alcohol by volume, which makes it 80 proof. They ferment in stainless steel tanks. They are using a column still to distill it twice. They use a roller mill to crush it and to squeeze out all of the juices out of there. They're using an autoclave at high pressure to cook it. So, it's got all the right components to make it all right. Let's get into it.
While he's grabbing a nose of that, I'm going to talk to you about the Neat Glass Company. They've been our sponsor for a year now. We really do appreciate them. Today we are using the Elegant glass. It's the one with the stem. It is a beautiful glass backed by science so that the alcohol comes out the side. So what you're smelling in there is what the artist intended. You can head over to theneatglass.com and pick up your set of glassware 15% off using our promo code
SSCNEAT.
And that is 15% off all the glassware.
Yep.
That travel kit is regular price, but
It's
I tell
worth
you
it.
what, when you
It's
walk
worth it.
into a joint with your own glass and say, hey, can I get what your best is? And then you say, ooh, smell this? They really think twice about you. What are you getting?
I'm getting right off the bat, I'm getting the oak barrel. So the first thing I get is kind of like a aged bourbon. I'm getting the oak essence, followed by a little bit of agave and some maybe butterscotch or caramels maybe.
So it is kind of complex on the nose, but it does start out for me as, I would say, a bourbon spice. So that barrel and maybe some
Right.
peppers, a little bit of baking spice to it.
Right.
And then for me, I get an alcohol component. So it's a little alcohol forward to me. I'm having a hard time finding your agave. Only
It's very light. It's very, very light on the agave. Most of the nose I'm getting is oak and like baking spices, clove and cinnamon and like a spice cake. That's kind of where I'm getting. So it's not like super cakey, but it's still.
I'm not getting the sweetness that you're calling a cake. So
Like I said, it's not like a super sweet or nothing, but it's pleasant. It's a good enable.
yeah, it's got a very balanced nose. Let's get a taste.
Salud.
My first real drink of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tastes like toothpaste water.
Got to get the palate used to alcohol. This first drink for the day. So always give your first palate a rinse. Get used to that higher alcohol, and then once it subsides, then you're good to go in for your actual tasting. So I get a lot of barrel up front. The theme of this one is definitely barrel, barrel, barrel. And then it subsides into kind of like a mint, which that's where my agave is. It's very light on the agave. It's the only thing I would say is I would like it if they had put a little more agave into this, when they balanced it out. But I think that their specific audience that they're targeting would definitely be a bourbon person. So if you're a bourbon or a sweet whiskey style guy, this is your jam. This is your jam. If you're wanting the agave to come in and wow you, and then come in later with the barrel essences, this is not it. But this is a bourbon's or a sweet whiskey um, lover's drink. That's what I would go with. That it's good. So if you were trying to switch from bourbons to tequila, I'd start with that. It's good.
Well, after that whole long-winded, thing, I think it's got a beautiful palate. I like the way that you don't find it on the nose, but on the tip of the tongue, that agave is there. That then
Says the bourbon lover.
that transforms into that beautiful barrel. It is a nice, deep, rich oak barrel that they're using, so you're getting a lot of that wood. But then you are going to get that mint that is known in tequila, which kind of lightens it up and then closes out with like a butterscotch slash like cinnamon pie.
Cinnamon pie? I've never had a cinnamon pie, but okay. Uh, um, so this one definitely has some great notes to it. Again, great gateway tequila. That's all I
Well,
got to say about it.
you have it, guys.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, and always remember
To sip, savor, and celebrate. Salute.
Salute.